Here is a fun fact. Our brain deletes 70% of what we learn in 24 hours and 90% within a week. I didn't say that. He said it. Here's the thing. Most of us feel learning requires sweat, tears, and all-nighters. No pain, no gain mentality, right? But the truth is, our brains are not wired for that. I mean, ever notice how you can binge watch entire series without blinking but zone out during 10 minutes tutorial? Or remember movie quotes from 2013 but forgot what happened in yesterday's office meeting? You might think our brain is being lazy, but it's actually being a picky genius. And I got receipts to prove it. So stick with me, and by the end you will learn how to absorb skills 10x faster by just being lazy genius. And remember everything without becoming a caffeinated zombie. So the other day I stumbled across this blind man who gave me his book which said, learning faster is not about working harder. It is about working lazier. Of course I believe him, but now I think he might be right. Let's get real. Most of us are stuck in a learn, forget and repeat loop, chasing skills like golden retriever chasing its tail, and our brain treats new information like a spam email, crash instantly. The point is, the harder you grind, the slower you learn. And here is why. Research shows our short-term memory is like a tiny grocery bag. It can only hold 4 to 7 items. Overload it and everything just falls apart. Now get this, our brain burns 20% of our body's energy. Think of it like a smartphone running 10 apps at once. Drains fast and overheats. So it deletes anything that feels boring and always looking for laziest possible solution. That means to actually learn anything faster, we have to work with this drama queen and not against it. And guess what? Science agrees with it. So let's fix our broken strategies. Method 1. The 80-20 rule, but on steroids. A game-changing method that most people completely mess up. But trust me, this is where the magic happens. Our brain hates wasting energy. So instead of trying to learn everything, we will focus on the 20% of material that delivers 80% of results. When I started learning Premiere Pro, I spent ton of time watching tutorials on every feature, trying to learn everything at once. But I quickly realized I was overwhelmed and wasting time on things I would not need. So I applied the 80-20 rule. I focused only on 20% of essential tools that would handle 80% of my actual needs, cutting footage, adding transitions, and applying color corrections. Within a week, I was editing videos much faster. So here's what I want you to do. Start with what you want to achieve and work backwards to find that 20% material. If something is not immediately useful, it goes in maybe later pile. Doing this, you will learn complex skills much faster without feeling like your brain is melting. Now this second method is so simple, even your overthinking can't ruin it. The Feynman technique, named after Richard Feynman, who was basically the genius of physics. His method explains things so simply that even your cat could understand it. Here's how it works. Pick one concept, just one. Explain it to your rubber duck, cat or plant. When you get stuck, that's where you actually need to study. Simplify that until it's so dumb even your grandma gets it. This works because our brain hates faking knowledge, and this technique forces it to actually learn or admit it's clueless. Brutal but effective. But here's the $1,000,000 question. How do you make sure that all of that knowledge sticks around after 24 hours? Well, the best way to do is just take a nap or a break.
What?
No, really. Meet the 3 a.m. highway trick. You see, our brain has two modes, focus and diffuse. When you are intensely learning, you are basically driving in heavy traffic, stuck following single route. But in diffuse mode, it's like driving at 3 a.m. The streets are empty and your thoughts can move freely. I mean, ask yourself, why do you remember song lyrics from 10 years ago, but not what you studied yesterday? Because you learn those lyrics in diffuse mode. So here is how to trigger it on demand. First, study for 30-minute max. Then do something mindless. Take a shower, nap, or stare at wall and let your subconscious do the heavy lifting. Science says this is where our hippocampus, basically our brain's save button, gets enough time to store everything we studied. And if you want to make these memories stick even longer, just recall what you have learned during these activities. The brain acts like a chill librarian, arranging all new information, and we make him go over what we have learned naturally. According to neuroscience, intentionally being lazy by taking breaks is by far the most effective way for retention than forcing yourself. So pulling those all-nighters, yeah, that's about as effective as trying to fill water bottle with cap still on. Look, if anyone asks why you are still taking another nap, just tell them you're implementing advanced cognitive optimization strategies. It's not lazy if you're using big words to describe it. And if you're still feeling guilty for not grinding, bro, even Einstein took naps. Now go diffuse mode on this video by smashing like, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.